Hot.
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 We are hot.
Hot.
Speaker hot.
All these hots.
We're hot, baby.
All the hots. The hoos. The hoos.
There you go. And
That's all right.
I think
That's all
we're
right.
good.
You can bring the old, other music down there if you want to. Yeah, man. I'll tell you what we're doing, folks. It's a damn Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you joining us. We got Steve Fever, Mikey Bananas in the house. Again, breaking down this week's worth in vinyl. And we're not talking about cheap softballs you buy at Sky City, which were also named the Worth. We're talking record albums, Steve.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to make sure everybody knows we got a new Facebook page. Go to Facebook and look up Grown Man Record Night. You'll find us. We need to build a graphic.
Facebook page?
Yeah, it's the actual the Grown Man Record Night official Facebook page, and that's cool because you can keep up with us. That's where I send all my updates. I'll send some baloney out during the week too.
3 weeks.
Something like that. We've had it about 3 weeks. I tell you what, tonight we seem a little bit skinny. That's all right with us. Not really. As broadcast professionals, let me tell you something that really bothers me as a broadcast professional. Yeah. That is messed up aspect ratio crap.
Oh, sure. You got your pixel size all wrong.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'll fix this by the time this goes to YouTube, but I'll just say here live, everything is all narrowed out. It won't let us...
We're well aware of it.
We're on the 0.91 ratio.
This should be a little bit wider than this,
Should
and
be
for some reason,
should be a 1:1.
Ustream or my camera or my capture device is being...
They're not talking to each other.
They're not talking to each other in the way that folks should be communicating.
They should talk to the people and
grown men.
Talk to the equipment.
Yeah, talk to the people. So, anyhow, I'm going to try to figure that out, but whatever.
It's a work in progress.
I want to make sure everybody knows about our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/Machete Miller.
Mm-hmm.
All these talk show segments will end up on our YouTube channel. We got a contest coming soon. I finished my damn intro to the VC video.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I exported it out to my flash drive.
So
I'm going to try to...
this thing's like a work of art.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But it's I've been sleeping on it a little bit, and then we're going to do the contest video coming up. I got some ideas for the contest for real. And we were supposed to do it at 100. We're coming up on 200. I was trying to wait. We're like 187. Probably with the intro to VC, we'll probably bump us up over 200. But even still, I'm still doing the contest. I think I've got the question and the prizes sorted out. So we'll be coming up with a video for that real soon. I've been talking shit about this for a long time. People think I'm probably completely full of shit. I'm just making all this up. Honest to Jeebs, we're coming back with a contest.
He's there.
Cool prizes, cool questions for folks to submit in and all that jazz. Let's run through real fast. I mean, in case you didn't know, right here from just looking across this
Things
desk.
are coming in. Things are coming in.
Look at this damn stack of records here. This is substantial. You can't even see what's down here that Steve Fever's brought over.
That's a shit stack right there.
It's a shit stack. So here's what we're going to do. We're not dilly-dallying. We're not dilly-dallying. No. No dilly-dally. Panning would be dilly-dallying. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to run through a bunch of records that we've got to talk about this evening. We've got a special theme we were supposed to get to before.
No, that was funny. Yeah, we had a whole thing we were going to do before the show.
We were going to do a theme before the show, and then we're like, oh wait, it's time for the show, and we didn't do any of it. But so we'll do it after the show. And
so we can deep tease that.
We can
That's
deep
what
tease.
We're deep teasing that right now.
I thought I was going to do a little thing where it's like, hey, can you guess what kind of theme we've been playing here recently?
And coming up.
Yeah, and then we didn't.
Can you guess
Okay.
What do these artists have in common?
Yeah, we messed it up. Okay, so let's run down what we played this evening. Billy Taylor, Impromptu, Cameraman, jazz record.
I had to hook up on the way over so I
Fantastic.
could listen to see what you were playing, and
good
I
stuff.
saw this was up.
Miles Davis in Europe. This is the first Miles Davis I ever picked up. Great record, live business. I think it's in France somewhere, I believe. Yeah, Europe is in France.
The Antibes International Jazz Festival, Jean-Louis Pines.
Yeah, it's good stuff. David Bowie. Had to bust a little Bowie. This is a little later.
Bowie.
Later Bowie.
Bowie.
Let's Dance. It's better than I remember it being.
It's the hits. It's the hits album. This one kind of put him on the pop map big time.
It was poppy, but still good.
And this
still
one
good Bowie.
actually could have entered our little thing, and we won't say why. But
Okay.
this one we should have included.
Who plays guitar on it? Just tell me that.
A gentleman by the name of Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Bohan?
Keep it aside.
Vohan,
Maybe keep it aside.
Some Chohan.
Hey, how about a little Jimmy Castor bunch? Our good friend Sean from Jersey interviewed Jimmy Castor.
Yes, he did.
Very cool. But I picked this up at the record show just a few weeks ago. We checked it out. This is the Bertha Butt Boogie. It's got the lady with her titty ball hanging out on it.
I'm not going to get too close to the camera because of some regulations, but
Of course. But what a fantastic funk record, man. All the way through. Follow it up with one of my absolute musical heroes, Mike Patton. This is the Mondo Cane album. Terrific.
is that all that Italian music we were listening to?
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool packaging, and geez,
Wow.
I don't want to get too crazy on it.
It's got Yoko Ono on the inside.
Great record. If you like Italian, if you like Mike Patton, don't sleep on the Mondo Cane record. Deep
yeah.
Down, my favorite track. YouTube it if you're not familiar.
Yeah.
Also, followed that up with a record that I picked up kind of on a whim. It's from a whim. Band called 30-06, and the name of the record's Hagseed.
38 Special?
It is not. This is from 1995, year I graduated high school, on the Mute America label.
Could have sworn
And,
that was 38 Special.
These guys are really good. Power trio from the mid-90s, heavy, thick guitars, almost in the Helmet kind of vein, maybe a little more melodic. Still don't know a lot about these cats, but what a great damn record. Fantastic record. Okay, so the theme that we were going to get to earlier this evening, in case you guys didn't know.
Of course I don't know, because we didn't do any of it.
No, but in case you've not paid attention to
you're
the
talking
news
about
this
some
week.
news, musical news?
Musical news. We like to keep
Some
you
moves.
apprised of the musical news
The moves.
This week. The Stratocaster guitar from Fender
Leo Fender.
has turned 60 GD years old. Let's pump this guy in
60.
here. Everybody loves a damn Fender Stratocaster, and this right here, folks, this is my actual very first guitar ever, electric guitar. I played my mom's acoustic, and this is my very first one in the old Hendrix Classic White, and it's a Fender Squier. It's a Korean Squier, so it's an El Cheapo, but it's still a damn Fender. It's got this.
The Chinese Squire.
Ayo. It still feels like a Strat, and this
What
guitar.
about the British Squire?
This guitar holds a special place in my heart always.
You know, I think my first my first electric was some unnamed guitar. Boom, boom. But I had a Fender Squier as well. I had the black,
Yeah.
looked kind of like Blackie, like Clapton's or David Gilmour's, kind of that black one.
Yeah.
But it was a Fender Squier.
I played that in my first band. Played it a little bit in my second band. But as I go back to a Fender Stratocaster, nothing plays like a Stratocaster. And it just seems like home. So anyhow, the Stratocaster turned 60 years old this week. Let's say, here's a quote from Billy Gibbons,
Okay.
our good friend from ZZ Top. Good friend of the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it really?
He was on the show last week.
Yeah, I think so. Check that out. I don't think there was ever one soloist or instrumentalist that at some point didn't have their sight set on a Strat, including me and everybody I knew, said ZZ Top guitarist Billy Gibbons, whose solo on LaGrange was played on one. Probably not known for playing a Strat necessarily, but it's cool that he's on that record. The Strat is really the global cornerstone, the reference point of the perception of the contemporary electric guitar.
Well, you know, Billy
That's
Gibbons,
what he said.
Billy Gibbons'
That's pretty
guitars
profound.
could make up a museum easily. He's
a big
connoisseur of vintage guitars.
So as they were developing it, the Telecaster came out before.
The Broadcaster, which became the Telecaster.
Sure. And they were looking to develop something a little different. A 3 pickup guitar, creating more sonic possibilities.
Sure.
And because things were kind of limited, even though it was electric, the kind of coolness that it was electric kind of wore off.
With the coil pickups.
Right. And so it was curvier. That's that little notch in the back, man.
Yeah.
It just feels.
That was the awkward moment.
It's a sexier guitar than the Telecaster. The Telecaster has a straight straight lineage.
Yeah.
Where the Stratocaster has a smooth kind of.
The guy said, it's like a woman.
Like her hips. It's like a woman's hips.
That's true. It's curved like a woman's hips.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
And it better allowed players to access the upper parts of the fretboard by the way that was kind of cut out. And that was kind of revolutionary.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
So anyhow, tonight what we want to do for our special little theme, and we're going to play some of these records later, is we're going to talk about some of the most influential and legendary Fender Stratocaster players.
Well, we're going to talk about some of them, the ones we have vinyl on.
Within our record collection.
Sure.
There's obviously some that we're going to be able to miss. I mean, I'm sure you folks will, oh, but what about, yeah, we're talking about stuff we have in our record collection, which some of the stuff maybe we should have.
I would have brought some more stuff.
Yeah, but okay. Okay. Yeah, but okay. How about a little BTO? Randy Bachman.
Randy Bachman.
This is actually a record that Cameraman hooked me up with this week, and we'll get to that in Dig of the Week, but we went through all those records out there and that we talked about before, if you've been a fan of the program for a long time. And this is a BTO record, Not Fragile.
Roll on down the highways on here.
Yeah.
Roll on down the highway.
I've not checked this out yet. I don't know what condition it's in. But, hey, you see right there, he's rocking the Strat.
He's a Michigan State fan, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
Michigan State jersey on. In fact, didn't you pick Michigan State to win it all?
I did. Did you?
I did as well.
You did the same thing.
And they did.
That's probably the only team left in the game that I
tell you what, this whole bracket,
rough.
the bracket thing's been.
How about?
What I'll tell you about picking my random.
Yeah, but it's.
Nope, that's the way to win.
It's been.
And we know most everybody's probably watching basketball tonight.
It's been feeling like Bet and Freddie, you know, Flintstones. I've been feeling like Bet and Freddie all week. Bet. That's what I feel like.
You and two other people.
But you know, I will say this: the first two nights of the NCAA, that's one of my favorite moments of sports for the whole year. The first two nights. When you get into the 16 and the 8, that's okay. But there's something about it's like it's better than what folks watch on American Idol because those people aren't worth a shit. But everybody in this tournament's worth a shit.
Steve said. And I tell you what,
he said that.
If you've never really felt the thrill of watching a sporting event like a lot of folks get into, go bet a whole bunch of GD money on it, and they'll see what you feel about it. It'll change your whole damn shit about it. I'm just saying.
There's a number you can call.
I called it when I was 15, and I had a bookie call my house, and my mom got real mad about it. Keeping it moving.
Who else do you want to talk
James
about?
J.Y. Young.
Stratocaster. James Young.
From Styx. Now, is this whose Styx record is this? Is this yours? You bought this.
It's mine. This is Equinox from 1975.
Dude's been using a Stratocaster as his principal guitar almost exclusively since '67.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I would call a lifelong user.
It's funny. Styx is funny. It's one really short guitarist and one really tall guitarist.
Huh?
They look funny jamming next to each other.
Fork and spoon. Hey, how about, you probably wouldn't think of this.
Tommy Shaw and James.
David Byrne.
David Byrne from the Talking Heads.
From the Talking Heads. Now, some of this earlier Talking Heads, you wouldn't necessarily...
The gentleman that I interviewed.
You interviewed him?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's right. You wouldn't necessarily think of him as a guitar player, probably, or even a Stratocaster guy, necessarily. Some of their earlier stuff, like Talking Heads 77.
I think Adrian Belew's influence kind of buried his guitar playing, but this is a great album. It's got Psycho Killer on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And this record... kind of helped shape.
He's got a lot more hair back there.
Yeah, he
does.
He plays it quite differently.
This really helped shape the.
That's the bass. There you go. There he is. That's the man.
The shape of New Wave. I mean, that's that record right there. That's the shape of New Wave right there. We got to go through these faster.
Yeah.
You think?
Okay, John Lennon.
This is Help album from 1965. This is
Stratocaster.
This is a '69 reissue. And this is the original motion picture soundtrack, not the album with all the songs on it.
Yeah, we counted anyhow.
Dude, now!
Curtis Mayfield. Hey, listen to this. I never thought of this before. That's a fantastic Curtis Mayfield album.
It's a weird pressing, though.
It's really good. But let me tell you something. Inspiration to Hendrix and a quiet Strat virtuoso. Most acclaimed for his falsetto voice, obviously.
1, 2, now!
Listen to this. Hendrix cited Mayfield as his biggest influence. Hendrix, because of a bizarre F-sharp tuning. that he used.
Right.
Very crazy.
F-sharp tuning.
Never thought of Curtis Mayfield as a blazing guitar
This
guy.
is my
you know?
favorite shot we've ever done on the show.
Okay.
Mike looks like he's half my size.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little guy.
Listen, little guy.
Okay, we're keeping it moving. Richie Blackmore,
Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple.
Deep
Great,
Purple.
great.
This is Machine Head.
That's Machine
What year
Head.
is that?
Quintessential
You don't know.
rock and roll album.
This is a
There's a great quote about
it's a
Richie
great
Blackmore
album.
in here.
Quote.
Listen to this.
Good shit is
When your influences are Hank Marvin, Duane Eddy, and J.S. Bach, you're bound to write the world's most famous guitar riff, Smoke on the Water. That pretty much sums it up right there. Now, speaking of Deep Purple, we're talking a little Tommy Bolin.
Tommy Bolin.
Tommy Bolin, he's known as filling the shoes of Joe Walsh and the James Gang and Richie Blackmore in Deep Purple. So he's known as the best replacement guitarist of all time.
I don't
But
know.
he's a good guitar player on his own in his own right.
The guy from Funkadelic followed
Yeah,
Eddie Hazel.
way to ruin the bit, Steve.
Thank you.
Okay, we're starting the whole show over.
This is Come Taste the Band
Come taste the band.
from 1975. Come Taste the Band, Deep Purple.
Yeah, so that's after dude took over for Richie Blackmore.
Who's that? Tommy Bolin.
Tommy Bolin. Okay. All right, Jeff Beck. We featured a Jeff Beck record last week. Legendary Strat player. I mean, he's one of the top ones. Featured a new one I got from him last week, but this is one of my favorites, the Jeff Beck group. Everybody knows it as the Orange album. It's the one that's got the orange on it.
Who knows who this is?
Obvio Soli.
I didn't know.
Fantastic record. I love how Jeff Beck utilizes that tremolo bar and really gets up on that.
Is Rod Stewart on this one? No, Bob Tench.
Bob Tench.
I do not know that gentleman.
Do not know that. Okay, we're going to keep it moving. Alex Lifeson from Rush.
Oh.
Yeah. Couple of key albums that he's known for recording the Black Stratocaster, classic Humbuster.
Is that right?
Stratocaster.
There's a Gibson toggle switch. He included a Floyd Rose and some stuff like that later.
Okay.
So I just pulled out Farewell to Kings.
Yeah, that's a great album.
Yeah,
I know he played Strat on this album.
absolutely, and it's got some good tone. Some people can get terrific tone with a Stratocaster. For other people, it's a little bit challenging. Maybe because the guitar's so popular. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me about this, Adrian Belew, man. What's your
Adrian
record,
Belew.
Steve?
Started his career with Frank Zappa.
Uh-huh.
And this is a great album because this one actually references the Strat, and there is a picture of the Strat right there. It's called Twang Bar King, Twang Bar King, and it's a really cool song. And there's some really great songs on here. I mean, he played with the Talking Heads and kind of changed their sound to kind of fit his style of guitar. But he's played with a ton of other folks, King Crimson, of course.
Sure,
But
absolutely.
I've seen him a couple of times, once with King Crimson and once solo with a trio with a boy and a girl that were brother and sister, and it was incredible.
He's a weirdo guitar player.
He's a great guitar player.
Thank you, Jay.
He loves to make animal sounds.
Yeah, I like cats that like to get
Sexy
weird.
Rhinos on here. There's
Yeah.
another one called Fish Head. The rail song. There's one. He does interesting like whale sounds too.
He loves the whale sounds.
He does
I've
love
heard him do that before. Keeping it moving. Somebody you probably wouldn't think. U2's War. Now we're talking about the Edge. Now everybody knows the Edge for playing the Gibson Explorer with all that digital delay, getting that classic U2 sound. But a lot of these earlier albums, he used a Stratocaster, and notably on New Year's Day, which is one of my favorite tracks.
New Year's Day.
He played with a 73
Where's your
model,
mic? Your
and he
mic.
called it Blackie #1.
Blackie #1.
Yep. So don't sleep on the Edge. Not one you probably thought of it. And it's not your Joshua Tree Edge. That's probably more Explorer time. But War? Hey, Fender Stratocaster. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Keeping it moving.
Work up a sweat playing a Fender Stratocaster.
Buddy Guy, right? Don't have any proper Buddy Guy records. I wish I did. I wish I did. Don't have any. Got this great Best of Chicago Blues compilation. Jimmy Cotton, Junior Wells, Otis Spann, Buddy Guy, Big Walter Horton, Johnny Young, Homesick James, and J.B. Hutton. Great compilation, but it does have Buddy Guy on it. So for the blues cats out there, check out that one if it's.
That's a nice compilation.
Oh, it's fantastic. There's
Chicago Blues.
every track on there is pretty banging. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Let's go for another Strat guy. Another Strat guy. John Frusciante.
Frusciante
John Frusciante.
from
From the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red
And this
Hot
is Mother's
Chili
Milk.
Peppers.
Of course, he
Mother's
was with the Peppers, and then he left the Peppers. I think he had some type of
This is the
abuse problem,
this
and he
is,
came
he had
back.
for this album. He had to take over for Hillel Slovak, who had died of a
died.
overdose. And so
He got kicked
stepped
out,
in.
and this guy came back.
And
he's been.
did George Clinton produce this album?
I don't know about that. No, probably Rick
It
Rubin.
was Hillary.
Probably Rick Rubin produced that.
Oh shit!
I bet Rick Rubin did it.
No. Anyway,
Okay.
great album though.
Okay.
We should listen to that a little later.
Hell yeah. Okay, I'm switching it up. I'm going with our good friend of the program, stand-up guy. We're talking George Harrison.
George Harrison played
Now,
Strat?
he got his first Stratocaster in '65 and used it for the recording of Rubber Damn Soul.
Was that his first real six string?
Got his first real six string. Yeah, so this a lot of the songs on the Rubber Soul
It's one of my favorite Beatles albums.
yeah, Harrison on the. I've seen a lot of talking about. I think our good friend John been posting on the VC about the Beatles a lot this week, and
Do you know what song he played the Strat on?
he's talking about Revolver. I'm sorry.
You know what song he played the Strat on?
Yeah, he said. Let's see. No, but he did have a. He had a nickname, Rocky. His guitar was named Rocky, and he painted a bunch of psychedelic shit on it.
Okay.
Forced.
Like Rocky Erickson?
So apparently he played a lot of good stuff. Okay. Just a couple more. We're getting down to the bottom of our list here.
There are
on
a lot
top
of great
of our
Strat
list.
players.
A lot of great Strat players. I'm going to do this right here. Some people could say this could be a stretch.
It is.
It's not a stretch.
Yes, it is.
Let me just tell you.
It's a stretch.
And we're talking Kurt Cobain. Now this is Incesticide.
That's
The
not a
reason I
stretch.
pulled Incesticide.
Did you play Strat on it?
Well, the Incesticide is
not
from.
really.
There are outtakes from not outtakes, but B-sides and rarities from the Bleach sessions as well as the Nevermind sessions. Now, so he is known to have played, even though he's known for the Jagstang,
Jagstang.
which is one that he kind of developed.
Mustang Jaguar hybrid.
Yeah, he played the Jaguar at times. He played the Mustang at times, but he did play a Strat. He preferred these Japanese import Strats that had these kind of weird setups. Left-handed Japanese Stratocaster at a period due to their availability in vintage-style small frets. He was a smaller gentleman, but he's known for the other guitars. He did play a Strat, and it's one of my musical heroes, and it's my goddamn show. So I said Kurt Cobain.
There you go.
Yeah, and what a great record. I picked that up for Christmas, girlfriend. Okay, we're gonna keep it moving. One of my all-time favorite guitar players, Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits. That's the way he plays. He's called a finger style player, which means he doesn't use a pick.
Well, he's a Chet Atkins player as well. Yeah.
He uses just his fingers when he plays.
This is
and
my favorite Dire Straits.
It's got Sultans of Swing, which is a top 5 rock song for
Their
me.
self-titled
ever.
The
premiere.
best guitar solo.
The second solo on Sultans of Swing is probably my favorite guitar solo
Way
ever.
uncomplicated.
No, it's
Just what it needs to be.
I don't know about that now. I don't know about
Well, it's
that.
so melodic. He's like
Exactly, it's
he's like Gilmore.
He's soda melodic. Okay, we're going to get to our last few heavy hitters here. We're talking Eric Clapton.
The swings are getting pretty heavy now.
Pretty heavy. Eric Clapton. You thinking
Clapton.
I'm probably going to talk about Slow Hand. Okay, whatever. Slow Hand. Everybody knows Eric Clapton, Slow Hand, great record too.
There's a good picture of a Strat on it.
Yeah, look.
That's Blackie. That's Blackie.
Yeah, let's show
That's
that.
his famous
But
Blackie.
that's so well known. Let me just tell you what I'm going to talk about. This is the London Wolf. The London Howlin'
Look,
Wolf
I
sessions.
put my head on this right here.
Put your head on it, Steve.
Like,
I trust you to put your head on it. Make moves on it, Steve. Put your head on it.
Okay, there we go.
We're going to write a pop song.
All right, sorry.
Your mics are a bit hot. Sean says our mics are hot. Maybe turn our main gentleman down, just on the board of it, just a touch, just a touch. on the main board.
Yeah, this one over here.
Little Mike,
Nope.
Big Steve continues.
We're just calming it down. Okay, everybody take a deep breath.
Let's hope this 1960 technology.
We're just taking. It's analog technology. Of
I'm
course it
writing
works.
all the mics down, just so you know.
Of course it works.
All the mics are coming down.
So when we're talking Clapton, I pulled this London Howlin' Wolf sessions. It's got Clapton, Steve Winwood, Bill Wyman, Charlie Watts.
It looks better over here now.
So it's Clapton playing some real blues business on here, man.
Is Howlin' Wolf on here?
Yes,
So Howlin' Wolf went to England and recorded with these cats.
Yeah, they met backstage. We talked about this on a previous program, if you remember. You probably don't. We're starting the whole show.
I don't remember nothing, boss.
I don't remember nothing.
Is it okay now?
Things are. He says much better. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah,
Man, my
he's
man's
right,
always
he's
looking
right.
out.
They were hot and now they're not.
You will talk about
They
a
were
stand.
hot and now they're not. This comes from our sound engineer.
That's
You want
my name.
you want to talk about a stand-up guy? Sean's a stand-up guy.
He does right.
He does right
We
by
need,
me.
we need some folks on the other end.
He does right by
when the
me.
shit's not right.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Ignore
Okay, we're into big hitters.
Ignore
Everybody
the
calm
fact
it
that
down.
my head's as big as most
Okay.
of
You
your
know what?
body.
I just got to say, and you should repeat.
I should get even closer.
We haven't checked the master out from this thing.
Yeah, there's no telling.
Nah, whatever. We'll talk about that later.
Well, there's no telling. There's no telling.
You're not on a mic. You can't
I
talk.
know, that's what I was trying to
Okay,
parrot everything I say for the next 30 seconds.
big time business.
If you showed me Clapton already, I can't even believe what you might show me next.
David Gilmour, and we've busted out Cameraman's version of The Wall. Now, let me just tell you, yeah, there's a lot. Is this my favorite David Gilmour? Probably not, although it's up there. But I saw this time and time again when I looked up this record. His solo on Comfortably Numb remains for many a definitive Strat moment. Everybody says the solo on Comfortably Numb is like one of the biggest rock and roll guitar solo moments and one of those moments that defines Fender Stratocaster. So while I may like another album a little better, Comfortably Numb. We'll play that sumbitchin' song here
that
coming
solo
up.
sings.
It does, in a certain way, and there's a lot of legend about his particular
I
Strat.
am legend.
His Strat actually says it's like 00001 on the back. So everybody thought it was like the first Strat, but it's really not because they didn't actually do it that way. But there's a lot of legend behind his guitar. And there's a lot of legend behind his playing, Steve.
Really? I'm glad you said that.
We'll be right back. No, I thought that was a toss to break. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that was.
It
All right.
good though. You should have went with it.
Yeah. Okay, we're hitting it up with the one and the reason, the GD reason I brought this. I bought this in 1995. This white Stratocaster, which I'm normally a guy that's like, oh, I want the fluorescent green one with the arrows and the glitter on it, because I'm just kind of wired that way. But the reason I got the classic white one is my man right here, Jimi Hendrix, the king of all Stratocasters, and I'll say it. There it is. And this is the
Strong.
upside down for a left-handed genius. Are you experienced? This was from my dad. Original pressing. Effing original shrink wrap. It's got the price tag still up there. This thing's in. It's got a little pop on it here and there, but man, it's in fantastic shape for what it is.
It's about to pop out.
Don't pop it out, Steve. That's against the rules. And I'll tell you what. Give it up for the Fender Stratocaster.
It's on the Reprise label.
On the reprise, speaking of reprise, we're going to go from this right into a dig of the week. And I'm going to finish up this Stratocaster moment to use it as a crossover into dig of the week. And I'll tell you why. Here's a record I picked up today when we went out to the store. Steve. And we're talking another Jimi Hendrix, and this is Crash Landing. This was released 75 on Reprise, and this is one of those releases that was released posthumously.
Watch out, that's going to fly out.
And the dude came back and
Posthumorous.
Yeah,
Not so funny?
not so funny.
Leg bone.
Leg bone, humorous. So dude came back, and there was a big controversy because supposedly they brought some other musicians in to finish up some of these tracks that were maybe like not quite all the way ready to be put on a record.
Yeah, because when I saw there was a guitarist that played on there, other than Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
That's weird. And Bob Babbitt plays bass. Now,
Bob
Babbitt played with
Dennis Coffey.
our man Dennis Coffey in Detroit.
That's right.
And I think he also played bass with Dennis Coffey on Rodriguez's stuff.
So the guy that ended up producing this stuff from the tapes, apparently he recorded a bunch of stuff before he died. This guy was kind of hard to sift through it, come up with some legit business out of it. Received some criticism because he was like, oh, this is a great song, but it needs a little more percussion, and brought another drummer in. Or what if we just re-recorded this bass, and instead of going down, it went up? Brought a new guy in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I see where the controversy may have come in. I've not listened to the record. I'm not passing judgment. It's a Hendrix I didn't have. I'm sure it's going to be great.
As long as you enjoy it, enjoy it.
F&A, man. Hey. Okay, we're going to continue with the dig of the week. So here's the deal. If you've followed the program any time at all, you know that several months ago, Cameraman picked up an enormous amount of records.
It filled up a whole room.
And they've been sitting in my living room forever. Last Sunday, we decided to go through all these records, and we broke them up into the country section, and the gospel section, and here's the bullshit section that nobody's going to want, and then the stuff that he could probably get $1 for, because there was a lot of dollar records, and there was a little stack of some legit worth some money
records.
There
a lot of spoken word.
Borscht. And Cameron took a good stack for him he wants to keep. And he was so generous enough to give me a big stack of records here from that stack. So for this week's Dig of the Week, in addition to that Jimi Hendrix records that we just talked about a few minutes ago, we're going to talk about some of the stuff we got from the stack.
It was interesting to see you go get records and you bought one record.
I bought one
record. That's good. That's good.
That's a first for me.
That
good. May be the first time I've
you should
ever...
savor that and see how it felt and maybe...
How about a tequila shot?
Or a Jello shot.
Or a Jello shot. There's some of those in there too.
Which one is it?
I don't care.
Steve doesn't care.
I choose tequila.
Okay. Cameraman chooses tequila. So that's what's happening. So hang on, folks. We're going to go through some of these records that Cameraman has been so nice to give to me. Yeah. And
you want me to go through my records real quick?
You want to go through yours, Steve?
Because when I look at your stack right there,
yeah.
I sweat a little bit.
Okay, what'd you pick up?
Hold on. I'm gonna grab this right here.
Okay.
There's one song left on this album, by the way, that's playing.
That's what we're playing now.
No, it's not. We're listening to Front Row Center right over there.
Your uncle's band.
The first thing.
Tell me about your uncle.
I'm gonna call this From the Vault. I should build a graphic from the vault where it's like, I got these records downstairs. I haven't brought them and included them in my collection yet.
Downstairs.
I'm not ready for that yet. These were given to me by a friend whose father was a principal violinist for the Savannah Symphony.
Oh.
And these are mostly symphonic, and there's some other stuff involved. The record I grabbed is called the Andy Statman Klezmer Orchestra.
You're making all that up.
No, it's really cool.
Three of those 4 words you made up right
Very
there on
folk.
the spot.
Klezmer, apparently Klezmer music is these traveling musicians that would go to different countries and play music, and so they'd learn Romanian dances, Jewish dances, Ukrainian, Turkish stuff, and so this band is based on that. And the cool thing about it is this guy, Andy Statman, plays clarinet, but he also plays mandolin. So a lot of songs you hear are very clarinet driven, the others are mandolin driven, an incredible mandolin player. And the French horn player also plays trumpet, so they switch up and play
double horn.
Just incredible stuff.
If you just a quick warning, you keep talking all this ethnic stuff, we'll start the show all over.
It fits in well with some of the stuff we were playing already, though. That's the cool thing about it.
Yeah. Okay.
I love world music. We're gonna do this
sure.
quick, I guess.
Skull.
Oh, that's good stuff. You want to talk about that? Later, maybe.
No, because we'll take too long on it.
But I also picked
What you
up
got, Steve? I got that record.
this
Steve.
record. The only reason I picked it up is because you had it and I loved it so much.
I love helping people with music.
This is Spanky and Our Gang, Without Rhyme or Reason.
Yeah.
And the thing about on here that blows my mind is a song called 1358.
1358.
It's what they call a pedagogical round.
Yeah.
And they're playing with numbers. If the 1 is the root note of the chord, and the 8 is the octave of the 1, 7 is the 7th of the 8th scale. So it's like these, and it's just amazing. But there's people I know that are really good at this, and I want to share this with them. It's going to blow their minds.
Yeah,
So.
that's got a cool inner sleeve too.
It's always like, the best way, if you learn it's 1, 4, 5, 3, 7, 8, 1, and everybody sits there and goes,
Are they all harmonic?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Have you looked at the inner sleeve of that? I'm just telling you, it's cool.
Oh yeah.
I like Inner Space with Dennis Quaid.
Okay.
Okay, moving on. I'm a big fan of ELO. The first record I ever bought was ELO's Out of the Blue. But this record is their symphony. It's called El Dorado. Of course, you'll recognize the scene on the front. It is from, of course, yes, Casablanca.
There we go. Jay gets it from the crowd over there. Casablanca.
The ruby red slippers of Casablanca. Great album, though. 1974, I believe.
Yeah.
Moving on real quick.
What you got?
The Butterfield Blues Band, 1971,
Man,
Paul
don't
Butterfield.
sleep on the Butterfield
When I
Blues
saw this
Band.
album, what really got me was there's a black guy holding a mandolin, and I thought, yeah, I gotta have this album. And
That's not racist.
another cool
That's not
thing is a young gentleman named Dave Sanborn plays the saxophone.
Oh, look out now. Hey,
Yes.
you know who loves Butterfield Blues Band? Who? Carl the Envelope.
There you go.
He turned me on to him.
Another album from 1971, Cactus.
Oh yeah, I love some Cactus.
Restrictions. Cactus was a blues-driven rock band.
Sure it is.
Great album. Happy to pick that up. A couple more real quick. Today we were out and I picked up a band close to my heart. This is the Producers from Atlanta in the 80s.
Yeah, well, I'm
New
not
wave-
familiar with them.
A lot of people aren't. I grew up in Georgia, and they had a hit called "What's He Got."
Yeah.
It was like 61 on the top 100 charts. And,
Okay.
they had a mild hit there, but it was a fun new wave band. I might throw that on a little later
Yeah, sure.
when we get done doing what we got to do. Two more,
Oh, you saw that? I meant to tell you about that, and that guy got in my way.
and it doesn't. It's Best of the Birds, Volume 2. And the songs don't jump out at me as like the big ones because that's Volume 1. But it's got Ballad of Easy Rider. Jesus is Just All Right. I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
Jesus is Just All Right, which of course everybody knows as the Doobie Brothers.
Sure.
Last but not least, my big grail was the 13th Floor Elevators. Now this is the 2000 press.
2009, 2011.
I think it's maybe, I don't know.
I think it's 2011, man.
Well, it's
got the catalog
it's
number starts
new,
with an
it's new,
I.
it's sealed.
It's like ILM something.
Yeah, it's IA, International Artist or whatever,
Yeah.
LP.
I've got that same
So
one.
this is,
I don't think it sounds bad.
Roky Erickson. I'm so happy to have
I
it.
heard some grumblings about it, and I'll tell you,
know
what,
what?
man, it sounds better than a lot of records I got.
To have it or to not to have it,
You got the same-
I want to have it.
And you got it the same place I got it, where it's like $10.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's worth that.
I was happy to have it.
Sure, it's worth that for real. Okay, let me go through some of the stuff Cameron hooked me up with from this box. This is from thousands of records, and we separate everything out. This is what I got to take away from
So
it.
you're going to go through so fast that
Oh,
I don't need to
Jesus.
sit up there.
If I start nodding big time, that means this one needs to be hey, Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation. Shh, come on now. That's good stuff.
You better just drop them right there.
Here's some 12-inch, some hip hop 12 inches. New edition. It's not hip hop. Hip hop.
New edition.
New edition. Heartbreak. 12-inch. Got a lot of 12 inches. Let's see. Busting through these. Second to None. Up in the Club. Busting it.
Keep moving.
Okay, this is a little newer. 2005. Flowetry. It's Superstar featuring Common.
Flowetry.
Common is legit. Produced by Scott Storch. I don't know. I've not checked it out. He's a good producer. Or at least I don't know. I saw him on Cribs. He had a big thing around his neck.
Moving right along.
Okay. Yarborough and Peoples. Guilty.
100 more to
Instrumental.
go through.
This is an 85 12-inch.
Yarborough and Peoples.
Looks like hip-hop to me, or R&B.
No, it's soul.
Cheyenne, probably R&B. Okay, moving right along. There's another 12-inch. Rainy Davis. You know Rainy Davis?
No, I don't. Move on.
Okay, moving on. All right. Lisa and the Cult Jam with Full Force, Take Me Home. And it says in parentheses, rap. That may be legit. That may be worth listening to. That's a 12-inch maxi.
Maxi?
Yeah, 45.
Lisa
UTFO.
Utero? In utero?
Leader of the pack.
Leader of the pack.
Some good 12 inches in here, man.
What are you talking about?
Can't Wait Another Minute, the Eminem remix, not that Eminem. 5-star. I don't know what that is. Cameron just tacked some of these on. Okay, now let me tell you.
Here we go.
At least 3 of them.
I got 3 Zamfir records. Pan flute. Let me tell you what, my mom.
You remember Zamfir.
My mom loves Zamfir.
Nothing says Zamfir like a smoky shot, like put Vaseline on the lens and give it that kind of hazy.
And then put a 1-800 number over it. But hey, man, who better gets down on a pan flute than Zamfir?
That's hard to say.
There you go.
Who better gets down on
Case closed.
a what flute?
How many times do I need to
A
close
pan
this
flute?
case?
Pan flute. A pan of flute.
Pan of flutes. Okay, this is music and original hits from the soundtrack of American Graffiti. This is not the original soundtrack, but it's all the songs
Not quite.
on that. It's all the songs on that.
Okay.
It's all the good shit. For real. I love that movie. American Graffiti
It's a lot of work.
Makes me
Somebody
wanna-
put it. There's a lot of songs on
makes
that
me
album.
want to street race.
If someone had to recreate all those.
Okay, got a couple of Kiss records. Kiss Dynasty.
This is their disco album.
Number 1, Ronnie Hutchins.
Number 1, Ronnie Hutchins.
It says number 1, Ronnie Hutchins.
I have this album, and it's a fun album. You know, it's
Actually, that's technically one.
there's a great cover of 2000 Man, the Rolling Stones. You
Yeah.
know? Well, my name it is a number. Yeah, that's a pretty cool album actually. But it's their disco album. They got Pan for
Kiss
it.
Rock and Roll Over. I got another copy of this. That's
Oh,
doubles for
I
me.
love this cover. Everybody wants
We
this.
may be talking a little trade on that one. I don't know.
Let's just do this.
No, you can have it.
No.
Oh, you can.
Because I got doubles on that one, I think.
You can trade whatever you want for it.
Hot dog. We can talk hot dogs.
Hot dogs. You trading hot dogs?
How
for
about
that?
the Eagles' favorite?
I was
Jeez, I'm
going to
losing.
pick that up this week. There's a couple copies over
Eagles' first record, right?
it. Yeah, and this one's cool. It's got
What year is that? 69?
it's got Bernie Leadon on it. He plays the banjo.
Uh-huh.
This is, the Eagles got their start in the Troubadour. There's a really, really, really good documentary on YouTube. It's a BBC documentary called Hotel California, from the Birds to the Eagles, and it
Yeah.
covers the LA
Oh, you were
music
telling me
scene.
about that.
It's country rock music scene, so it's like Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Crosby, Stills, Nash, or Joni Mitchell, James Taylor.
Birds on there, right?
It makes its way up to the Eagles.
The Birds were on there?
Oh yeah, it starts with the Birds.
Okay.
Yeah, that whole scene started with the Birds.
And this, I can't remember, I don't want to take too much time. Let's just take a peek.
Yep.
Needs a little cleaning, but it's not bad. Needs to be clean.
James Dean's on this album. It's a
Really?
James Dean.
Hey, how about, I love music from medieval and Renaissance
Don't
periods.
we all?
And
That's why I like the Straubs, and that's why I like
Yes,
Renaissance. And this is a cool record.
here's a Phase 4 stereo record on London Records called The Fantastic Sounds of Guitars Unlimited. Don't know. It looks
What am I doing?
effing great to me. Yeah, just stand up there, Steve. I'll just hand them to you.
Just keep handing them to me.
Okay. Van Halen, Women and Children First.
No cover.
No cover.
One of my
But the
favorite. One of my favorite Van Halen.
The record's in decent shape.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Everybody wants some. A blowjob too. That's what I thought it was when I was a kid. Sorry.
A salute to Tijuana Brass, Living Series. Don't know. I like Tijuana
A salute
Brass.
to Tijuana Brass on the Camden label. Oh, sorry, backwards.
Here's something on ABC. Farewell to the First Golden Era, the Mamas and the Papas.
The Mamas and the Papas. California Dreamin's on here.
California Dreamin's on
Just
there.
like the cover of
Stopped into
Eddie
a
Vedder.
church.
That could be legit.
Eddie Vedder, Into the Wild.
Yeah.
Just like that cover.
Hey, here's another Eagles on
A lot
the
of people lived in
side.
buses back then.
Which one is this in the lineage, Steve? You know that?
Got down on my
Eagles?
knees. It's Desperado. What is this?
Why don't you come?
Oh, why don't you?
What's the title of this album?
I don't know about it.
I think it's Desperado.
Football.
Sorry.
Pretty sure it's called football.
Is this called the Eagles? What the hell? No, I don't know anything about this at all. It's from 1972.
probably the first greatest hits. I'm guessing. I don't know.
No.
No. Your uncle. Talk about your uncle. Hey, here's a 12-inch called Born in the USA, the Stanley Clarke Band. I didn't know. No, they take the Bruce Springsteen. It's like a kind of a hip hop electro version.
Have you listened
of
to it?
Born in the USA. It's interesting.
Have you listened to it?
I have. It's good.
Is it?
It's good and dude, it's good. How about some Roman guitars? Tony Mottola. Hey, bibbidi boppity, I'm Tony Mottola.
You're in my way.
A bibbidi bibbidi, a bibbidi boppity.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, hey, Copernicus, why don't you navigate yourself to the back of the line and stand there with your feet and hang out with your shirt?
All right, keep moving. You're about halfway done with this
done.
list. You're about
Okay.
halfway done.
What we got here? Hey, here we go.
I'm tired. I'm tired. I
Hello.
know. He's.
LL Cool J, 1985.
I
What's
can
it
give
called?
you more. I can give you more. LL Cool J.
Another 12
Def
inch.
Jam Records. That's Mr.
Yeah, that's good.
Bob Saget.
Invisible Man's Band, All Night Thing.
Visible Man Band.
Awesome.
On that thing.
Here's one of the two LPs from BTO, Four Wheel Drive.
Four-wheel drive.
That's a double LP. That's one of them. I don't have the other one.
That's just half of it right there. You don't got it. You don't got it.
You can't give it to me because I don't have it. You can't give it to me.
Well, what do you
I
have?
don't have it. What is this? Herb Albert, 12-inch Garden Party, promotional copy.
Garden Party.
White label promo. White label promo. Herb Albert, a white label promo 12-inch. Moving on.
You're racist.
No, come on now.
White label
You're
promo.
skipping now.
That ain't don't
What you
belong.
got?
Somebody
What you
messed
got?
all this up.
Keep it moving down the
messed all this
line.
up.
Ratsy.
Oh my God.
Jefferson
A
Starship.
lull in the action.
It's got a ching chong chang Spitfire on the cover. Spitfire. What you know about it? Anything?
I don't know about. I'm scared about this one.
First kid, Ratsy.
1976. It's Grunt Records.
Grunt.
You can't go too wrong with that. You know,
Yeah.
they were still.
Hey, different
And
strokes.
Grace was Grace was just starting to fall apart. Look, because she was so pretty.
What's all that area?
But look at Grace. She's just
that
starting.
area right there?
She's starting to fall apart.
She's
Hey,
falling
buddy.
all apart.
Hey, buddy.
Different Strokes, fantastic compilation. It's got tons of people from the 60s, from Miles Davis, Tom Rush, Johnny Winter. But the Flock,
album.
it's got Soft Machine on it.
Oh, compilation with Soft Machine on it?
Yeah.
That is too much.
Yeah, that's
I've got it.
pretty
It's in shit shape.
Pretty good.
But Cameron hooked me up with another copy, so hopefully his copy's better than mine. Simon and
Always
Garfunkel,
is.
Bridge Over Troubled Water. Here's
Good
a
album.
Santana record I didn't have. I don't know which one is this. Steve?
Columbia Records.
White one.
That's the one with Lion.
It's self-titled. This is just the
It's
cover's
it's the first album.
covers
I
busted.
think.
Really?
It's got Evil Ways on it.
Yeah.
Soul Sacrifice, which is what you know really from Woodstock. The drum solo.
Evil, evil, evil.
Shut the hell up. The drum solo on Soul Sacrifice is one of the great moments of Woodstock.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
The little guy on drums just
How
killed.
about a little Hot Tuna? This will be my third Hot Tuna record.
I like the title of this one.
Burgers, straight
Burgers,
up. Steve, you
man.
had some burgers this
I
evening.
went to a fancy burger restaurant.
Steve Fever went to a fancyburgerrestaurant.com.
And you know what I got? A chicken sandwich.
Oh, get out of here,
I
Steve.
did.
Come on now.
Okay.
Go and take a lap for me. Just go and take a lap, Big Daddy. Big Daddy, take a lap. Grand Funk, shining on. That's a Grand Funk I didn't have.
This looks
I
like 3D. Is
I
this
like
thing
old
3D?
Grand Funk now.
You got 3D glasses for this? This is a 3D, by the way.
I like old
Put on your
Grand
3D
Funk.
glasses, everybody.
I'll drink some damn
And enjoy the
liquor.
ride.
and I'll talk to people about Grand Funk
You got
Railroad.
your 3D glasses on. I hope you do right now because
Yeah.
this is worth the trouble. And take them off.
Okay. Tell me a story, Aunt B, Aunt Bertha, and the Children's Bible Hour.
You mean Francis Bovier?
No,
Francis Bovier.
it's a Bible Hour. Look at that right there. You tell me that's not just Gold City right there, all over that. I love weird ass records like that, and I've got away from that because I got into like collector mode, and I only buy collector records, and I'm Mr. Baseball Collector, and that's why I go to record stores.
Hey, there's a high wire guy.
And this is the first kind of shit that I was originally attracted to buying records is weird ass like children's records and just random baloney.
the spoken word.
And it's cool to get back to that.
Getting
Where you just
back.
pick up something because there's a weirdo
Getting
cover.
back to it.
Yeah. Speaking of medieval, man, medieval art has always freaked me out. It's a medieval day. Crazy.
Moving on.
That that shit freaks me out. I don't want. It's one of those 35 millimeter where the audio's recorded on 35 millimeter film. And I've got one of these, and cameraman offered me that, so I knew it's got to be good. Beach Boys 20 Greatest Hits, no cover.
No cover on Capitol.
But it's in good shape.
What you know about that?
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Can you talk on that?
Speak to that. Enchantment, Once Upon a Dream. I think we put this on, it was kind of funky.
I like the label, Roadshow label.
Yeah. Look at this. I've got 4, count them, 4.
Which I'll know I've gone wireless to
Cornet? Oh, those cornets.
to help out the process.
These are from Command Records.
Command. I love Command Records.
Provocative Percussion and Persuasive Percussion. Terry Snyder.
Terry Snyder Group.
There's 4 of them.
This is 4.
Yeah, just break them, Steve. I don't give an F.
Hey, don't say that.
I'm not going.
They're all kind of cool.
I hate all
modern art covers. This one, that one, and the other one.
Yeah, it's so cool,
And
man.
there's one more.
That's awesome.
So I think I have 2 or 3 of these, but these are great.
Okay, keeping it moving. I got a
These are all gonna fall down, by the way.
I got a Dougie Fresh, the
gotta pee.
original Human Beatbox, 12-inch.
This is the original Human Beatbox?
Yeah, profile jacket.
So it says original Human Beatbox. You don't need to see it.
You don't need to see it. You don't know about it. Peter, Paul, and Mary, Moving. Look at the shape this is in the original shrink.
Peter, Paul, and Mary. Not only one, but all 3 of them. Oh, this is in perfect condition.
That's what I'm saying. I've got a lot of Peter, Paul, and
I've
Mary.
got a couple in there, like 1700 Boulevard, whatever that is. That's
I've got some greatest hits.
It's kind of beat up.
Mine are all beat up, and I'll tell you what, they came from my mom. My mom was a big fan.
Hey, there's a song in here called Puff. You think it's...
Yeah.
Is it Puff?
Yes, Puff the Magic Dragon.
Is it? I've been looking for that.
That's what I was going to say. Listen to me, Steve. My mom was the biggest fan. That's how she learned how to like finger pick. And then when I was a little kid, she taught me, not a little kid. When I was a kid, she taught me how to play guitar, and that was kind of how she played. Was Peter, Paul, and Mary style. Love that rascal Puff. I learned in that tradition, and then when like, but what about Nirvana? When they go like, man, 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 you know. But my mom was like, no, she was, but she helped me like, my mom went through with me on, went through on Nirvana Unplugged, me and my mom in the living room with a VCR, and I would back it up and pause it, and I was like, oh, what is that? And she was like, well, that looks like an E minor to me.
Really?
Yeah, and so I would write it down, and then like, so I knew that like this Nirvana song was these 3 chords, and I would figure it out from there.
I'd have to say not many folks shared that memory with their mother.
Yeah,
I have to say not many people have done that.
Hell yeah.
Well,
she was in that
cool.
tradition, but she realized that was my Peter, Paul, and Mary, so I'll help you figure out them chords. Why wouldn't I? Or my Nazi? Is my mom a Nazi? Who's saying my mom's a Nazi?
Oh, wow.
We'll go out in the yard.
Throw down. This man used to be a fighter, so don't mess with him.
You guys see the gym around? The gym on the first floor? All right, a couple more from the stack. We're talking Black Sabbath, Mob Rules.
This is such an important album in my life.
Yes, and Black Sabbath. We sold our soul for rock and roll.
T-shirt of this album.
Nope. No, he can't. They're in rough shape.
That's Dio. This one's not Dio. This one's
That's
Ozzy.
the first Sabbath
Ozzy.
compilation, right?
I think so. We sold our soul for
That
rock
one
and roll.
is definitely salvageable. I need to clean both of these using the Chris from Dixieland Farm method. And then we can talk trade with cameraman. And speaking of trade, this is not mine, folks. This is still cameraman's. Because we're going to talk.
The last of your list? Are you down to the last of your list?
This is my very last for Dig of the Week. And this is something, it's still cameraman's. I'm not saying this is mine. This is a no. I'll trade you some. I'll find something for you.
Well, tell the people what it is.
It's Chuck Berry,
I have to give it to you, or it doesn't mean nothing.
and it's called
Berry. That looks like
Sweet Little Rock and
That's
Roll.
too sexy looking to be original. That's a reissue. I know.
This is on Pickwick. It's
Like
a Canadian.
Like an 80s.
It's a Canadian reissue on Pickwick.
The good old friends from Pickwick.
Yeah, and it's got the original shrink on it. It's in decent shape. It says 2 for $3. 3 for $2. Special price. Let's hold that guy up. That's got a terrific cover.
The
That's
back
my,
is better.
That's my number one.
I really like the back of it better than the front.
Yeah. I had a real hard time finding that record and finding out information about it.
Well, it's Pickwick.
Yeah, this Pickwick
This
releases
is
are
what
like
I
that.
like about it. It's like Chuck Berry. Looks like some kind of cool.
What I like about it, Chuck Berry is the reason that I
No,
play
they got
guitar.
licensed to print. It's like Canada and
Chuck,
England.
Chuck Berry is absolutely the reason I play guitar. And I'll tell you what, these are not songs I see on other Chuck Berry records.
You play a Strat? I play Gibson.
He played a Gibson, like a 335
Yeah,
or something like that.
1275.
Yeah, some Hollabonic.
Yes.
Um,
Like my grandpa.
your grandpa?
Played a Gibson hollow body, one of the first electric guitars.
Yeah, man. Okay, let's wrap up Dig of the Week. And I'll tell you what, we'll take this opportunity from Dig of the Week. I've done so much GD talking. We got to play this Chuck Berry. I've done so much GD talking. We're gonna go on into a damn old soda speak. And we got.
I got to take a leak so bad I can taste it.
Yeah, man. We got a cool soda we're gonna try this
Hey,
week.
you see him? Is there a Diet Mountain Dew over there?
It's in the door. It's in the door.
It might be sitting right there. Yep, that's where I
Okay.
left it. I don't give a shit.
So we're featuring this soda this
It's the
evening.
only diet with dew in it.
That's what I'm saying. We're featuring this soda this evening from a company called Cool Mountain. Now, this Cool Mountain, it's a green apple flavor. It says it's a fountain classic. So
says a fountain classic.
caffeine free. And it says, "Are you thirsty?" A question marker. It followed its statement with a question marker.
All right now. Calm down. Whoa, son.
I got it. This does contain pure
Uh-oh.
cane sugar.
Out of control.
Did Mitchum pull their ads, folks?
Whoa.
Oh,
we
I
wanna
was
take-
going to mention something
Yeah,
about
I've got
with the NCAA tournament. I was wondering
Sure.
about this. There's so much going on.
right.
There's so much exertion going on.
Like in my life, Steve.
Where do you think Mitchum falls? Do you think that Mitchum is involved in keeping everybody dry?
I would think so.
Anti-spired?
And even more so than your average athletic player, because a lot of these cats are younger, in their 20s.
They're putting off a lot of smells.
As a man, I didn't smell so bad when I was in my 20s. But if I was a 40, 50-year-old man wearing a suit on the sideline about having coronary, I'd probably smell pretty bad.
The fact that those guys wear suits is ridiculous.
That's probably where the smell's coming from, and that's why the coaches in the NCAA tournament, if they're not wearing Mitchum, they're
Probably going to lose.
they're going to lose.
That's all, I think
That's the takeaway.
I don't think NC State's coach was wearing Mitchum last
No
night.
way.
I don't think Mike Krzyzewski was wearing Mitchum today.
Of course he wasn't.
Good thing.
He was sweating through his suit. You could see
He's
it from
wearing
his
some
suit coat.
Slavic stone or something he was under his arms.
Stuff made for a Polish rat. And you take that quote, you write it down, you fold it up, and you shove it up your ass, internet. You shove it up your damn ass, internet.
All right, now calm down.
I'm sorry.
Calm down.
Basketball.
Back up.
Basketball gets
Back
me.
up.
Basketball
You got
gets,
money on the game.
I got
you got money on the game.
I don't
You
want to
put
be like
money
that.
on the
I don't want
game.
to be like that.
Back up.
All right, who's got an opener for me?
Is this thing won't open? Oh shit.
No, you need a damn gentleman for that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you can't do that. Oh, did you? Look at Steve. Fever! Whoa! Jesus Christ. And I'm serious here. You might be Jesus Christ. You just opened a damn pop top with your damn shirt.
To be fair, you give up.
I give up too easy. If you know anything about my life, and it
So what
says
do we have here?
love Mother Earth.
Is this Soda Speak? Are we doing Soda Speak?
We are.
Did you show graphic?
It's a Cool Mountain green
was that?
apple.
Where was
I
that?
love a green apple. Here we go.
This is green apple soda.
And look, look.
So
look.
last week we had a lemon soda.
That's right. Look, Carl, I'm doing this,
I saw you doing that.
not this. Carl, I'm doing this. All right.
All right, so you're kind of like gripping it like it's a
So my mouth never,
like
look.
it's a penis or
See?
something.
No, see, my mouth never hits the bottles. Watch. That's called the canteen swill. You do that, it rolls over your hand. So each individual person has hand meat and juice in their.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
That's not too apple-y?
It's not as sour as Granny Smithy.
Right. This
You
is
know what I
called
mean?
Cool Mountain Green Apple.
That's good. I appreciate somebody that brands something as a green apple flavor.
Well, I like going wireless. I got to tell you right now.
That is not.
I like going wireless.
Green apple usually means really sour, like a
Yeah,
Granny
it's
Smith.
like, oh, bite.
This has the green apple
Sourness,
flavor without being
sweetness.
too stupid about
Right,
it.
it's not stupid. It's not stupid. It's a soda, it's not stupid.
Football flavor. Shouldn't be stupid.
Need somebody to get on a give us a database of so
That's
to
good.
speak.
I won't kill it because there's no.
Love.com.
Who wants some more of that?
You should try it.
Get up on
We've been just doing the, what do you call it?
Canteen
Canteen
swill.
swill.
Yeah, that's how
That's our so to speak.
that's how grown men drink. When you got to trade a bottle back and forth, which happens even occasionally as a grown gentleman, you don't just mouthball it because you'll catch
I have to show how green it actually is.
you'll catch stuff doing that. Don't catch stuff,
Real
folks.
green. Look how green it is.
Yeah,
It's really green.
it's fluorescent.
Don't catch
Look how
stuff,
green that
folks.
is.
That's good.
Switch to Direct
Give it
TV.
give it a chance. Okay, let's wrap up, so to speak. Take this opportunity to go into a chip chat.
Let's fly right into it, Chip
We're
Chat.
flying right into it like a bunch of.
With our pants on fire.
Oh my jeez.
Yeah.
I'm stepping on my records down here. All right. Okay.
Oh!
All of my microphone came off.
Uh-oh. Take this moment to tell you happy birthday.
A little Jimmy Dixon's visited from southeast Arizona, and we want to wish Jimmy a happy birthday. Happy
Ooh.
birthday.
I want to remind everybody it's Dave Cameron bobblehead night next week. We should come out, first 500 fans get a Dave Cameron bobblehead. I can't wait for baseball season just around the corner.
Any graphic.
How about, did you
'Cause
do
I gotta
Chip
get
Chat?
chips
You
for-
went Chip Chat, right? Did you pick
That
out some
one?
chips we're going to talk about?
I'm doing an open bag special,
Okay. Just go to it. Here we
and
are.
I'm gonna do.
Smash it on screen. Take it off. Grab it.
So tell us about the open bag special real quick.
Okay, now this open bag special this
Does that
week.
say IGA?
It is IGA. Now let me tell you, IGA is a grocery store
Oh, man.
that
Every small town in America has an IGA.
not every small
Well,
town.
not
Steve.
every- not
some
ev-
small towns.
Every small town should have an IGA.
And here's the story: the IGA actually stands for Independent Grocers
Of
Alliance.
That's a communist.
Alliance. So the idea is IGA. Excuse, I'm hiccuping.
Don't do that.
This is crap.
Nobody wants
This
to.
is awful.
Nobody wants to hear that.
IGA gives folks
This is so bad I wanted to speak about it.
the opportunity
You're
to
not going
buy
to speak on it. You don't have a microphone.
to buy into a franchise. So you can be like Steve Fevers, IGA Grocereteria. They let people have their local ownership, so they've been rooted in
This
the
is
community.
actually a very good tasting sour cream and onion. Very oniony.
That's what I'm getting to, Steve.
Well, get on through it, man.
You're blowing my wad.
You're making the show long.
But
Get on me
IGA,
about the long show.
Independent Grocers Alliance. So, but it's cool. They let them franchise their thing, so it's not like every Food Line or Harris Teeter or whatever.
Okay.
Everybody's got their own little community flavor of the IGA.
Well, the chips are the chips, though.
But the
We're
chips are
talking
the chips.
The chips are the chips.
And our open bag special for this evening is the IGA store brand sour cream and onion. The way I describe this,
Not so sour creamy, more oniony.
I don't know how else to describe this other than this tastes like sour cream and onion store brand stuff tasted in the damn 1980s.
The floorboard of
I
my
have
Chevy
never
Suburban.
in my life had anything taste so remarkably 80s ever. It's tremendous. It's a great sour cream and onion chip.
Boy.
Boss Man hooked us up with these now.
Oh.
So
Where'd he go?
he's
Oh,
been hanging out
up-
in the District of Columbia.
Up to the lake. That's where he got.
No, District of Columbia.
No, not from those.
No. These are from Wilkesboro.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So don't sleep on IGA, folks.
Well, I never do.
No.
I'm fond of IGA.
There's not one that close to here, but I'm sure there's one around your way. We got one more. for Chip Chat this evening?
Reminds me of going to Indiana.
Pacer.
IGA.
Pacer yourself. You see, I took as a sports team.
Basketball.
Okay, how about a little Uncle Ray's for that ass? Our Michigan friend.
See, I thought Uncle Ray was a Southern man. But you know, he's an American.
Here's an Uncle Ray's we have not had. Jalapeno. We like the hot business here, right?
I gotta keep this, by the way. It's $4.
And our lesson on the back. Everybody,
Oh, you get a refill for the bottle.
everybody comment down for Uncle Ray's lesson.
All right, everybody listen up. What's the title of today's lesson?
Today's title is Orderliness,
Orderliness.
which is very important. And here
That's a
we go.
long word.
That's true. Arranging myself and my surroundings to achieve greater efficiency.
I should sit lotus style.
Think about that for a second. Arranging myself and my surroundings to achieve greater efficiency.
Okay.
Something we should all be striving for
Working
in
on
our
it.
life,
I'm working on
our
it.
personal life. Here we go.
Oh, what?
Here are simple things to remember to help you to demonstrate orderliness, bold
To
word,
demonstrate orderliness.
in everyday life. I will,
I will,
colon, pick up after myself.
pick up after myself.
I'm trying. Okay?
I think everybody in my family could say that. and it would
Keep
help.
my work and play areas clean and neat.
Keep my work and play areas clean and neat.
Work area is a little messy. Play area. Play area is a little dirty too. They're all dirty. All my areas are dirty.
You gotta get to. Shut up!
Especially my downstairs area. When you get to my downstairs area, it's especially not neat. Put things back where they belong.
Put things back where they belong.
Now,
That's a challenge for most people.
that's a challenge. Okay. I won't say any more about that. Use things only for their intended purpose. So when you go to the store to buy cucumbers, and they end up being nicely curved just in the right way,
What?
you still only cut them up and put them into your salad.
Okay.
No matter,
I have to agree with you.
no matter what Jesus or anybody else tells you,
Yeah.
you cut them up, you put them in your damn salad. That's it. That's all you got.
What if you're given a
No, sir, salad.
3 pounds of ground meat?
1, 2,
3 pounds of ground meat. You can do whatever you want.
1, 2, 3.
Don't you have more freedom to do
1, 2, 3.
things?
Salad. Return lost things to their rightful owner. That's a good way to live your
The
life.
damn chips.
Are there
a
any
good
more points on this?
That's a good way to live your life.
Wait.
Is there a story on that too?
There is. I just want.
Yeah,
I want
we don't want to drag this on too long.
Here we go.
Chip.
Nice chip though. Look at
This
that.
is the jalapeno flavor.
Now Uncle Ray's is one of our favorites, folks. Out of Michigan.
Out of Michigan. Hey, you want to show that to the camera? I appreciate it.
Oh, that's a good chip, folks. That's jalapeno, but it's not like up your bucket Jobu jalapeno.
Up your bucket.
That's good stuff. Real light. Almost
Wow.
got a kettle consistencies to the chip,
Nice bite though.
but not too crunchy. Not too crunchy, not too hot. Good chip.
Perfect.
What do you want? What else you want
Perfect
me to say?
jalapeno chip.
What else you want me to say?
Uncle Ray's solid.
Uncle Ray is solid every damn time. This is the first time we've got a big bag of Uncle Ray's. Usually we got the little bitty bags, and this also came from IGA in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, if you go to convenience stores, it's going to be the little bag.
Yeah, this is the first bigger bag. 5-ounce bag, I believe. 4.25.
Ball bag.
All right, let's wrap up this edition of Chip Chat.
All right. Here, finish. So go back to so to speak real quick. And finish that.
Really, just
I got it. I got it. I got it.
control it by now.
I got it. All right.
Okay.
Thanks everybody joining us for Grown Men Record Night. We've had a good time this evening talking about a shit ton of new and cool records.
Yeah.
Do a little Stratocaster theme. We're going to play some Stratocaster records right after the break, we're going to play them hardcore.
Switch this out and do one right now.
Yeah, we're going to do one. We're getting ready to get crazy with switching stuff
More
up.
songs before we switch.
Yeah. So, hey, thanks for joining us, man. Be sure to visit our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and join us every Friday night for Ustream, our Ustream broadcast that's live. And so, hey, thanks for everybody for joining us.
Thanks for everybody.
Ustream. I got a new.
Thank you, everybody.
Got my intro to VC video coming out. Got
I can't
a
wait to
contest
see
video
that. I
coming
can't
out.
wait to see that. A lot of cool things about that.
A lot of cool things coming
How
out.
long is that thing?
It's several minutes. It's engaging.
Is it on YouTube now?
No.
Can I watch it?
Yeah, it should be.
Hopefully by the time
What
this
day will it be up?
hopefully by the time this gets up, it'll be out. It's coming up. All right. So hey everybody, for cameraman and our studio audience and Steve Fever, I'm Mikey Bananas. Thanks for joining us for Grown Man Record Night. We'll catch you next week with all new fantastic business and stuff that'll just blow your mind for your own Friday night particular business areas. And we'll see you next time. Boy, we sure do appreciate you. And we thank all of our internet friends. We'll see you next time. Grown Man Record Night.